What's up, everybody? Jazzbro Gonzo here. Another What's Next. Happy Thursday. This is video number 2 on the docket. And we're going to continue with our sports theme. And, of course, our continuous visitation to the land of wokeness and or stupidity and or ignorance. Pick one, pick them all. They're all the same thing. So we're going to jump to this story right out of the gate. And of course, the infamous Bubba Wallace makes his triumphant return. Or is it just ESPNWOKE pushing the narrative bullshit? Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Video. ESPN repeats lie that someone put a noose in Bubba Wallace's stall. Yes, it turned out that that so-called noose was a rope to actually, a rope that was actually hanging in every single garage of NASCAR. You know, how many dozens of police, FBI investigated this harrowing and racist story, which turned out to be nothing more than bullshit. ESPN on Tuesday released a video trailer for their upcoming E60 special, Fistful of Steel, with Bubba Wallace noose incident last year. However, at no point during the video do they mention that the FBI determined that the noose was a garage pull. Facts. And Wallace was not a victim of hate crime at all. In June of 2020, NASCAR driver Wallace claimed that the rope fastened to the front of his garage door was a noose. An uproar ensued. NASCAR world rallied around Wallace in a show of support against those white racists, in which NASCAR showed their support against a thought would be a racist hate crime. However, a detachment of FBI investigators concluded, based on facts, that the rope had been placed at the stall long before Wallace's number 43 team had been assigned to that stall. That the, quote, noose, in fact, was a garage pull, and Wallace was never a hate crime victim at all. However, those facts did not deter ESPNWOKE from creating a television special out of what clearly is not a hate crime. Last year, a noose was found in Bubba Wallace's stall at Talladega Speedway. The next day, NASCAR community stood with him in unity. Quote, I was like, holy shit, it's the whole garage. That's when I lost it. ESPN. The video picks up with the story as dozens of NASCAR drivers, crew members, owners flank Wallace's vehicle as they walk beside him and support 7-time NASCAR champion Jimmy Johnson. Gives heartfelt testimony how he wanted to stand by Wallace during the national anthem. The video also includes a tearful Wallace expressing how he became the most emotional when he realized the whole garage was walking out to support him. I'm getting verklempt. Early in the video, NASCAR President Steve Phelps calls the show to support of Wallace received the most incredible non-competitive moment in sports that he ever seen. Yet, as Phelps and NASCAR should have known, since the garage areas at Talladega are all under video surveillance, yes, there are more cameras at NASCAR than there are at Fort Knox. The garage pull that Wallace claimed was a noose had been placed since October. In fact, the FBI used footage from those same cameras to determine that the garage pull was in place long before Wallace was ever assigned to that stall. However, at no point does the trailer mention that the entire thing was a fake, a fraud, a phony, a sham. And Wallace wasn't a victim of hate crime at all. In fact, ESPNWOKE themselves reported on June 23rd, 2020. In that article of June 2020, ESPN even quoted NASCAR's statement announcing the FBI's findings. Quote, the FBI report concludes, photographic evidence confirms that the garage door pull rope fashioned like a noose had been in position there since early last fall. NASCAR said in a statement, quote, this was obviously well before 43's team's arrival and the garage assignment. We appreciate the FBI's quick and thorough investigation and are thankful to learn that this was not an intentional racist act against Bubba. We remain steadfast in our commitment to provide a welcoming and inclusive environment for all those who love racing. I'm going to jump from that woke nonsense because, of course, it got smashed with facts to this. This comes also out of Breitbart. Bill Simmons speculates Michelle Tafoya's disappearance from Sunday Night Football tied to Kaepernick's criticism. Oh, my gosh. I'm getting emotional. Former ESPN analyst and podcaster Bill Simmons doesn't necessarily believe yet as NBC's explanation of why Michelle Tafoya is enduring a 3-week absence, pretty much getting booted off of Sunday Night Football. NBC has insisted that Tafoya's absence is no big deal and is in keeping with its ongoing policy. Quote, as we've done repeatedly, we're again giving our Sunday Night Football announcers bye weeks in 2021. And we plan to do well into the future, NBC recently told the New York Post. Simmons, though, is not so sure. In fact, he thinks Tafoya is being pushed or punished, you can go with either one, because she made some conservative-leaning comments in criticism of ex-player and, yes, hacktivist, clown boy, buffoon, moron, idiot, and ignorant Colin Kaepernick on ABC's The View last month. Quote, there's some good conspiracy stuff going about this, Simmons said about Tafoya's absence on his podcast. Because she hosted The View at the beginning of November, she was in the conservative seat, then a couple weeks later, all of a sudden, just on a bye. Interesting. It would be one thing if the show was on 52 weeks a year, but it's only on 17 weeks. Do you need 3 weeks off during a 17-week season, he added. Tafoya was billed to the View audiences as a guest host who is, quote, pro-choice conservative with libertarian leanings. And at one point during her stint on the show, Tafoya blasted ex-NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick's characterization of the NFL as something as akin to slavery. Tafoya explained, quote, no one forces these guys to play football, and added that comparing it to slave trade was a little rough. She also waved off the idea that Kaepernick had been blackballed from the league over a year of protesting during the playing of the national anthem, saying, quote, I promise you he'd be in the NFL if he could lead a team to the Super Bowl, which means his skills deteriorated, as anyone saw, from 2015 to 2016. It's called facts. It's called tape. Check it out. Stop being a moron. In her comments about Kaepernick, Tafoya faced boos from the woke in-studio audience. Shocking. Then she quipped, bring it on. Michelle Tafoya gleefully eggs the View crowd to bring it on as they groan at her Colin Kaepernick take. My thoughts. First, with Bubba Wallace, once again pushing a bullshit narrative on facts. The FBI smashed this thing with facts and common sense in an unprecedented, I think last I heard it was like 16 or 17 FBI agents swarmed NASCAR like, you had a bunch of Islamo-Nazi douchebags running around causing terrorism. But once again, this is ESPNWOKE pushing this bullshit. And Bubba Wallace still continuing to actually believe that this was all about white racism. It was all about white racism. It was about, the white supremes coming to get me because I'm black. No, Bubba, you're an idiot. You're a clown. ESPNWOKE is clownish and buffoonish. And you got a bunch of morons running the asylum. Now regarding Michelle Tafoya. Michelle Tafoya, to me, it's coincidental that she makes the comment on The View and then all of a sudden, she's on vacation for the next 3 weeks. Off Sunday Night Football. Interesting. Now, if she would have said Colin Kaepernick was the greatest thing since sliced bread, how much you want to make a bet, dollars to donuts, that she would have been on that Sunday on the sidelines reporting for Sunday Night Football? I'm taking a shot at the dark here, Yeah. We all know that Colin Kaepernick is a clown. And I've used the word clown a lot in this video. And rightly so, because it fits perfectly. Colin Kaepernick, who didn't have the skills anymore to lead a team, was benched and then eventually faded away. But before he became irrelevant, and he knew it was coming. He had to make himself relevant again by doing the stupid ass act that he did. And of course, he has been making paychecks ever since off of it. And yet, Nike, Netflix, they continue to pay this idiot to spout off bullshit nonsense. But hey, it's 2021. Well, soon to be over. And you can't wait for it to be over soon enough, can you? And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.